and welcome back to episode 12 of the GCSE 100-day geography countdown video series thing. Yesterday we looked at the natural causes for climate change, but today we are looking at the human causes of climate change. This is something that you've probably seen all over the news, you've probably heard loads of people talking about, but let's see what geography has to say about it. So, the human causes of climate change. Many scientists believe that human activities are at least partly to blame for the rapid rise in temperature known as global warming since the 1970s. To understand this, we need to understand the natural feature of the atmosphere called the greenhouse effect. So, what is the greenhouse effect? The atmosphere allows most of the heat from the sun, known as shortwave radiation, to pass through it and warm up the Earth's surface. However, when the Earth gives off heat in the form of long-wave radiation, some gases, such as carbon dioxide and methane, are able to absorb it. These gases are called greenhouse gases. In the same way that a glass greenhouse keeps heat inside the greenhouse effect keeps the Earth warm. Without this blanketing effect, it would be too cold to live on Earth. So in the atmosphere we have particles such as dust, we have gases such as nitrogen, and liquids such as water. The greenhouse gases are able to absorb heat. These are carbon dioxide, methane and nitrous oxides. Long-wave radiation from Earth is absorbed within the atmosphere and therefore not reflecting back out, and the heat is not lost. The sun brings in shortwave incoming solar radiation. That's how it gets through the atmosphere in the first place. And then some, not all, but some long-wave radiation escapes back into space from Earth. The human impact. In recent years, the amount of greenhouse gases in the atmosphere has actually increased. Scientists believe this is due to human activities. CO2 accounts for an estimated 60% of the enhanced greenhouse gases in the enhanced greenhouse effect. The global concentration of carbon dioxide has increased by 30% since 1850. This could be due to car exhausts, the deforestation and burning of wood, and burning fossil fuels such as oil, gas and coal in industry and power stations to produce electricity. Methane. Methane is very effective in absorbing heat and accounts for 20% of the enhanced greenhouse effect. This comes from rice farming, farm livestock, burning biomass for energy, and decaying organic matter in landfill sites and compost tips. And then nitrous oxides. There are very small concentrations within the atmosphere and are up to 300 times more effective in capturing heat than carbon dioxide. These come from agricultural fertilisers, car exhausts again, power stations producing electricity, and sewage treatment. It is the increased effectiveness of the greenhouse effect, the so-called enhanced greenhouse effect, that scientists believe is causing a rapid global warming. For the first time in history, human activities appear to be affecting the atmosphere with potentially dramatic effects on the world's climate. By the end of the century, an average global temperature could rise between 1.8 and 4 degrees centigrade. This could also lead to a rise in sea level of 28 to 43 centimetres. So let's quickly look at the question. Outline two human factors that may cause climate change. So why don't we mention deforestation and the CO2 that gives off when it cuts down trees, and it also, when you cut down trees, it means that they can't photosynthesize and take the CO2 in from the atmosphere in the same way. We've also got burning fossil fuels. That's a massive effect that humans are having on the environment. The CO2 that is taken off into the atmosphere when we burn fossil fuels, because they were once captured in coal and oil and gas, but then when we burn them, that gets disintegrated and goes into our atmosphere. So that is a massive impact that humans are having. We also have agriculture that's having a massive impact. The agricultural industry, there's methane being given off from the vast amount of animals. There's a lot. Car exhausts, they give off CO2 and nitrous oxides, and nitrous oxides are actually even worse than CO2 for absorbing this long wave radiation. So we also need to be careful not just of the CO2 in the atmosphere, because I think that's what we automatically think, but nitrous oxides and methane also have a role to play as well. So I hope this has been useful. Subscribe down below so that you don't miss more, and I'll see you tomorrow.